have to, because that's how family actually gets.
Listen to me. I don't have to. He
Chrissy,
has to. That's your son.
No,
He has to. I don't
you have to
to.
remember,
This
once
is a choice.
you and him get married, and really, as far as I'm concerned, y'all are married, okay? And if you're part of him, okay, and that means he's definitely me, that means that you're part of me.
You won't believe what went down recently. Jim Jones walked in on Chrissy, his longtime partner, in bed with none other than Common. Yep, you heard that right. Common. And it wasn't some rumor this time. No, this was real. Jim found out the hard way, and things got wild. The intensity? Off the charts. If you thought you'd seen messy before, this one just went above and beyond. So, here's the deal. Jim came home earlier than expected, thinking he was going to surprise Chrissy, maybe share a sweet moment or just catch up after a long day. But when he stepped through that door, nothing could have prepared him for what he saw. Chrissy was in bed, and there was Common. Yes, you heard me. Common, the same guy who had history with Chrissy before Jim, was right there, tangled up in the most shocking way possible. Now imagine the look on Jim's face. Walking in, expecting one thing, and then bam. You're hit with betrayal so intense that it takes over your whole world in an instant. Eyewitnesses have said Jim lost it right. There, his emotions spiraling out of control as accusations flew, and the yelling? It was loud. So loud, in fact, that things almost turned physical. The atmosphere in the house? You could feel it. It was pure chaos. But wait, what about Common? How did he even get back into the picture after all the drama that had gone down between him and Chrissy before? You'd think there'd be some boundaries by now, right? But here they are, back in each other's lives like nothing happened. What does that say about the situation between Chrissy and Jim? Is this just a one-off mistake? Or is there more to this reunion than meets the eye? Here's where things take a turn for the worse. Common and Chrissy? Their history is complicated, to say the least. This wasn't the first time they'd been caught up in rumors and whispers about a connection that went beyond friendship. Back in the day, Chrissy and Common were seen together enough to set the internet ablaze. People started talking, and Jim brushed it off, thinking it was nothing. It was all rumors, right? Nothing more. He had faith in Chrissy. But now, all that trust seems to have crumbled right in front of him. But this latest betrayal, is it just another misstep? Or are there deeper issues here that we haven't seen yet? Why would Chrissy go back to Common after all this time? Was this a mistake? Or is there something more at play here? Did Common know exactly what he was doing when he slid back into Chrissy's life? Was this all part of some plan? Or is it just the rekindling of an old flame? The question on everyone's mind is how Jim's inner circle is reacting to all this. His friends? They're not holding back. Some are saying Jim needs to let go of the drama and focus on himself, to rise above it all. Others? They think Chrissy's done enough damage and it's time for Jim to walk away for good. The loyalty is divided, and Chrissy? Her camp has been eerily silent. Not a peep from her, no public statements. Will she own up to what happened, or will she try to play it off? Like it was nothing? Only time will tell. But all eyes are on her right now. What about Common? Well, he's staying tight-lipped too. Not a word from him about what went down, but sources close to him have said he was caught off guard by Jim's reaction. And let's not forget about the families. Are they siding with Jim or Chrissy? Are they seeing this relationship as salvageable? Or is the damage already done? The ongoing drama surrounding Jim, Chrissy, and Common has become the latest social media sensation, with fans weighing in on every aspect of the situation. And as we all know, social media has this incredible power to take a situation and turn it into something bigger than life itself. Opinions are flying fast and emotions are high as people take sides in this unfolding saga. Some fans are firmly supporting Jim, expressing disbelief that Chrissy could disrespect him like this again. They're saying things like, how could Chrissy do this to him again? She's disrespecting him in front of everyone. The feeling is clear. Jim has been wronged and people are rallying behind him, calling out Chrissy for what they see as yet another betrayal. It's easy to see why this side of the argument is so strong. After all, relationships built on trust can be shattered in an instant, And for many, it seems like Chrissy has crossed a line that shouldn't be crossed. On the flip side, there are also fans who are saying Jim is overreacting. They point out that Chrissy and Common were just old friends, and maybe Jim is blowing things out of proportion. These fans are more understanding of the situation and don't see the need for all the drama. It's clear they think Jim should calm down and look at the bigger picture. To them, it's just a case of two old friends reconnecting. Nothing more, nothing less. This perspective makes a lot of sense. After all, friendships can sometimes lead to misunderstandings, but that doesn't necessarily mean that a person has bad intentions. Then, there are those who are taking a much more dramatic approach, pointing the finger at Common. These fans are accusing him of being a homewrecker, arguing that he should have stayed out of it and let Jim and Chrissy handle their relationship issues themselves. To them, Common is the one who's been stirring the pot and making things more complicated than they need to be. Some even believe he's playing a much larger role in all of this, perhaps using this situation to get attention or create drama where none needed to exist in the first place. One tweet in particular became a fan favorite and really captured the chaotic vibe of the situation. Common out here trying to be the third wheel to Jim and Chrissy's drama, I'm done. It's funny, but it also reflects just how absurd this situation has become, as fans can't help but joke about the ridiculousness of Common's involvement in a drama that doesn't really concern him. But of course, the real question everyone is asking is, what happens next? Will this be the end for Jim and Chrissy? Their relationship has been a whirlwind of ups and downs, and many are wondering if this latest incident will be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Some insiders close to the couple are suggesting that Jim might be done this time. He's hurt, and it seems like this betrayal cuts deep. We've all seen it before, though. People get hurt, and then they make up. Could this be just another chapter in their never-ending relationship roller coaster? Maybe Jim will cool down, and things will go back to normal, as they have in the past. On the other hand, maybe this time it really is different, and they will part ways for good. As for Common, the question is whether he was just trying to rekindle an old flame or whether there's something deeper at play. Did he intentionally put himself in the middle of this drama? Or was he just innocently reconnecting with an old friend without realizing the chaos it would cause? It's tough to say, but there's always the possibility that he's playing a bigger game, trying to stir things up for some sort of personal gain. The drama surrounding celebrities like Jim, Chrissy, and Common tends to attract attention, and it's not hard to imagine that Common might see an opportunity to get involved in the headlines. If that's the case, his involvement could be entirely self-serving, making him a much more complicated figure in this whole ordeal. However, one of the most important things to consider here is the long-term effect all of this will have on Jim and Chrissy, as well as their public image. They've been this iconic power couple for so long, known for their ups and downs, but always making it through the tough times together. If they were to break up over this, could they ever recover? Would they be able to rebuild their relationship? Or would this be the end of their partnership, both personally and professionally? If they do split, it could completely change the way the public views them, especially after years of being in the spotlight together. Their relationship has been so public, and the media has been watching every move they make. A breakup could affect not just their personal lives, but their careers as well, as fans and followers alike will likely have a strong reaction. It's hard to know how a public split would unfold, but it could have major repercussions. Another factor to consider is how this situation will affect the way people view the drama surrounding them. Jim and Chrissy have made their fair share of headlines in the past, and this latest scandal might just be the latest chapter in a never-ending saga of public attention. Whether they stay together or break up, the drama surrounding them will continue to attract fans, critics, and tabloid headlines. If they do reconcile, there will likely be a huge amount of media coverage, with people wondering if this relationship can truly withstand the ups and downs of life in the spotlight. If they break up, the media will likely keep reporting on their every move, analyzing their interactions and making assumptions about their future. In the end, though, the most important question is what Jim and Chrissy truly want out of this situation. Does Jim feel like this betrayal is something he can't move past? Or does he think there's hope for their relationship and this is just a bump in the road? And what about Chrissy? Does she feel regret for her actions, or is she simply caught in the middle of a situation she didn't see coming? These questions may only be answered in time, and whatever happens, it's clear that this drama is far from over. And of course, fans are going to continue to voice their opinions, whether it's supporting Jim, defending Chrissy, or criticizing Common. Everyone has their own take on the situation, and the conversations are only going to get more intense as this drama unfolds. So, what do you think? Was Jim overreacting, or was this betrayal just too much for him to handle? Does Chrissy owe him an explanation, or should he just move on and let things go? And what about Common? Did he step out of line, or was he just reconnecting with an old friend? The debate will undoubtedly rage on, and we'll all be watching to see how it plays out. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll be right here, keeping you updated with every new twist and turn. Trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next.